Hi, welcome to Dark Politics Tarot. My name is Nick, and today I'd like to read on sending the military into Iran. So I really want to just know, will Dumpy send troops on the ground? We already know that he's sending 50,000 people there, military there. So I'd just like to know, will they just try to take Karg Island, or are they going to go further into Iran and try to take their enriched uh, uranium? um, so let's just take a look for the overall energy about boots on the ground. I'm going to bring my little scrying mirror closer so I can scry as well as pull cards. So boots on the ground. I get the Night Drifter. Night Drifter. What could the Night Drifter mean? I can't read what this says. The Odalisque. We got two very dreamy cards in the same. Like, look at these together. Very, very dreamy. Sort of referencing the dream world, which is very odd. Maybe it's about his illusion of grandeur, his illusion that this could be something that would be quick and we'd get the uranium in and out. What about this? Reflections. Yeah, I think this is a lot of him in his cognitive decline, that it's all an illusion in his head. It's all very dreamy, very reflective. I hope you can hear me. I was covering up my mouth. um, I don't know. I am seeing water and boats in the black mirror. Let's see. I'm going to take out another. Are these the oracle, or are these the regular cards? I'm going to take out another oracle because that didn't give me a lot of information. It's sort of like drifting, and I just got that image of like boats on the water and drifting. It wasn't like an attack. It was a move. It is moving, moving energy. Just seeing what comes up in the mirror. I'm seeing at nighttime. I see a moon. Nighttime moon. Will there be boots on the ground going into Iran from the military or military? So they're still trying to communicate with them. I wonder if a negotiation would be possible. But the communication, Trump has been he's so erratic, you don't know from day to day. Will they be able to communicate? Oh, that's not good. The Ghost card. Boots on the ground. And memory. Oh, I don't like the news of these cards here. So it's communication, ghost, and memory. Like, this is sort of pointing to the people that we lose during this time. Maybe it's sort of telling us to look towards the past. You know, we can't forget the past. So that's interesting. What card deck should I use? I think I'll go with the influence of the angels. So just show me in the crystal, in the black crystal, and in the cards about going into Iran, troops on the ground in Iran. Will this happen? Will this come to pass? Invading into Iran. Oh, Nine of Swords. Yeah, there's a lot of worry around this. Lots of worry. That's not good. And this one jumped out as I was asking. Five of Wands. And yeah, there's struggle that is going to disrupt a lot. It's going to disrupt whatever plans Dumpy has. It's not going to go well for him or for us. And then we have Queen of Wands came up. Queen of Wands is at the bottom of all this. Yeah, I'm seeing fire, a boat on fire. Also not good. The Chariot came up. And this is a soldier going off to war, a successful soldier. So we are sending in, the 82nd Brigade, I think it's called, whatever. We're sending in top military to charge in there. That's what I'm getting the feeling of. That's currently the energy right now. Now I'm seeing bricks. I'm seeing sort of like I don't know what the word is. It's like a brick wall up against the water. So they're facing a lot of, this is not going to be easy. Five of Cups. So that's a loss there. I really hope he doesn't go through this. I'm sorry to anybody that has members, service members in their family or friendships. I know my son does, and I'm very worried about him, his friend going there. Next, we have the Fool. That's a new beginning. New beginning of what, though? Do we go into a new beginning of war that goes long term? And I have the Hangman. The Sacrifice. We need to look at things. I mean, somebody's got to convince this guy it's not good. This is not, they have to show him another way. It's not going to work out the way he wants. And then the High Priestess. Maybe they're keeping things from him. We know that his regime is, but maybe a lot is kept from him secretly, so he doesn't respond to it. Like military not giving him the whole picture. I'm not sure what that means, though. Then we have Strength. This could be brute force. The Angel. And then the Hermit. There's going to be a retreat, I think, for sure. That's the outcome card. Let's go down to the table. Okay, so I do see the worry for our military and the officers that have to go and do this operation. This is not something, I mean, they're worried about it. And you can see the crows in the background there. It's not a good situation. It's the Nine of Swords, so it's a worry card. This is hard to it's very hard to do, but I feel like the crossing card is the Five of Wands. So they've practiced this. This is what the military does. They practice these events. They they think of how they're going to go and do military actions in the world. It's like they play war games to see, well, what if this happens? What will we do? So I know this card represents this crossing the worry. So what we do have going for us is that the military they have the operations to the know how to do this, but the actual locations, and I think that was what I was seeing in the Black Mirror here, was a fortress. Like there's a big fortress, there's water, and then Iran has mountains, which is like a fortress. So I think it's the location that's going to really cause a lot of trouble, especially with Karg Island. What is this? The Queen of Wands is here. The Queen of Wands would go into battle, but she's very smart about everything that she does. So Queen of Wands energy is a very strategic energy, a very powerful and intuitive energy as well. So this right here, these three cards are telling me they know what they're doing. There is a way that they could do this and get out. But because I saw in the oracle cards that it was, kind of the memory card, and then in the hallucinations deck, I was seeing all this illusory imagery, like ghost like imagery. I think it's talking about, you know, that what they're putting out, the propaganda is all illusionary for us to create this story. Now, this is what I'm going to ask next is, will he pull out of this and create a victory story, right? I can look at this with these cards too. So, in the current situation, we're locked and loaded, we're ready to go, they're on their way, and they're strong and powerful. So, we know that about our military. It's very powerful, it's very strong, and they play these things out way in advance. So it wouldn't be like they would need a lot of time to develop any of this, because their plans, their strategies are already developed and very deadly. um, and I don't want that to happen. I feel for the Iranian people. I feel for any people that are in the middle of this. The Five of Cups, though, shows me the overall energy that is coming into this reading is that all in all, it's going to be a loss. There's going to be a lot of regret, a lot of upset, upheaval. It's just a very painful process that we're going to have to endure, because this madman is getting us into it. All these madmen are getting us into this because the whole regime is crazy, and they're not qualified. I know our military's qualified, but okay, this is just gonna have to fall. I'm sorry, I keep covering up the microphone. I'm trying to work with a mic on my desk here. Okay, next we get is the Fool card. So I feel like it's a fool's errand to do this, is what it's trying to tell me. Again, it's a very little island here, and this card is also pulling, showing me, like, it kind of shows that the Strait of Hormuz, Karg Island, that it would be a fool's errand to go into that place. But maybe they have some other operation that they're pulling together. And that's the feeling I'm getting, that there's another secret operation. Um, but that's what we're going to have to go through in order to get out of this. We're going to have to go through this a very foolish time before we get to the end of this. They're going to have to do, they're going to do some foolish actions or be coerced into doing it. Underneath it all, there's going to be a huge sacrifice to our troops. If they go into Karg Island, they will be sitting ducks. So that's what that card is speaking about to me, about Karg Island, the pool, and then going into this. It would be so disastrous for us. But there's a plan B, I feel, and that's with the High Priestess. The plan B is what's hidden from Dump and from Heg's breath, Keg's breath, which they would like to do the brute force. But I feel like there's something underway besides the brute force. Underneath this strength card is the High Priestess, which is hidden wisdom, hidden knowledge. And so perhaps things are, I don't know by who, but something is being kept secret that could be beneficial, that maybe gets us out of this situation. And the outcome card here is the Hermit, to back off, to go into your cave and hide. Like, this isn't, and I'm not saying the Iranians do that, I'm saying us do that, because I was asking about our military. So it's sort of like they're going to have to back off and recalibrate what they do with the Fool card. So right now they're going in gung ho. They got their strategic plan of brute force. If I'm reading across, the brute force into a foolish action. But their underlying, what they really feel, they feel they have the power, but they also know the sacrifice. So I feel like the military knows they will be sacrificing a huge amount of people into this war effort. And but the Petey boy and others, they just want to keep using the brute strength. But is it worth the casualties? Wouldn't it be better to not go in, to find some other way in? So let's look at specifically going in. So that was sort of like Karg Island. I was getting a lot for here. Let's just go in and see about them actually having a plan to go in and get the uranium, which is what was supposed to happen the first time they bombed Iran, was they were going to go in and they were going to get, Trump had said, it's done. We went in there. We destroyed their capacity to make nuclear weapons. But now we have to go in again and do that same action. So I'm just wondering, let's just ask the question, will this be okay? I mean, will this work out that they try to get the uranium? Which would take, I think, much more than 50,000 boots on the ground. If, like, this is just so crazy. I just got the thought of Normandy, when they stormed in World War II, the beaches, and they got obliterated. Just the people that went up first onto the beach just got destroyed. And I'm getting that kind of feeling that this same kind of thing is being strategized. Oh, I'm holding these the wrong way. So the Lover's card. It would be better to make agreements here than doing that. That just seems to be disastrous, in my opinion. What do I know? I'm not a military soldier or a strategist. It would take a lot of work, a lot of effort, But I don't think they're afraid of the hard work. I think they'd be afraid of the cost of all this, the cost of lives and the actual costs that it will cost the military and the US to do this. Again, the Five of Wands is here, showing that strategy, that planned strategy is coming on strong. So there's a strategy for this as well. But is it worth the money and the amount of lives, the sacrifices for it? Right now, they're doing the plans, but it's, they're still thinking about something. They're still weighing the costs here. They're still looking like, would this be the best strategy for us? And I don't think it is. Yeah, there's all these decisions, the Lover's card and now the Two of Swords. Like, this is a crossroads. Like, if we cross this line, we can't go back. Then we're here. We're here for a very long time. And they don't want to do it. I don't think any of the higher up people want this. Or somehow they think they're going to make a negotiation, I think. And this could be the Iranian regime not taken any kind of negotiations, which they haven't, because they want him to suffer. And he will suffer. Well, he won't. Our people will. But in the end, this will bring him down too. The walking away next to the Emperor. Walking away. I think he's going to try to walk away. The Sacrifice card, the Hanged Man. They're going to have to walk away. They're going to see the toll. I mean, I think there will be skirmishes. They're going to try something and it's going to be totally disastrous. And the Knight of Wands. Yeah, that's the outcome card. Let me show you better. So I believe that, so there's two big decision-making cards here, and they're right in line together. The first card, the Lover's card, is about big decision-making and looking towards God for the answers, like looking to a higher creator for the answers. But this can also represent like looking to higher ups, to those more knowledgeable and experienced as what the answers are. And I think those people are saying, don't do it. This is a crossroads you don't want to cross. So it's like the higher ups are saying no. They're strategizing a new plan, and the new plan looks like it's going to be so costly in lives and money. They know how to do it, but they're just the location of this is not good. So what are they going to do? I think they're putting out a new message here of the cost of war, the cost of lives and the cost of money to the American taxpayers. And what do they have to go through? Well, they're not going to get negotiations with Iran. So whatever deals they made before with Iran, that's all gone now. And what we have left is an insane king left that wants to push and push and push this. But he's going to have to walk away. They're not going to be able to continue with this. The sacrifice is too dear. This is what they fear. It's in the hopes and fears. This is what they fear, the cost of American lives. But somehow, with the Knight of Wands here in the outcome position, it's telling me that they devise some kind of plan that he can look like a winner. I just want to pull out a few more cards to see if that's what happens. I'm going to just pull out a few cards to clarify. Does he create a plan that says we won, we claim victory, because I'm getting that with this card. What we have to go through here, the sacrifice of people and money, is not going to get good results. The main thread through here is think before you cross. Think before you cross these lines. And this guy's going to get hung out to dry too. I'm looking at these cards more. He's going to get hung out to dry. We will be forced to retreat on this. So working together, the dark money coming in. So I think that he's making money off of this. Him and his the oil barons, they're still making money off of war. The Trumps are, yeah, they're going to continue this as long as they can to change, I think, the world order of where the money's going with oil. Who has the oil? Can we take it? Can we sell it? How can we move ahead? Yeah, the King of Wands. This is totally Trump's plan. It's regarding oil and having access to basically free oil is what he wants. The Star card, I was thinking about this next, the sacrifice. So the Star card comes up and it's like the sacrifice, this is in the hopes and fears. And it's like, we hope that we won't sacrifice so many people to this, and that will prove to be better people, better, with more wisdom to not go through with this horrible war, to continue it. The Page of Cups is some kind of surprise coming that they don't expect. The Hangman is verifying the Hangman. So it's really stressing to me about the loss here, the sacrifice of lives, innocent lives all around, the civilians that have to go through this, and the military that will be sacrificed for this. So I hope this helped a little. It's a little confusing, the energy around this. It's like one step we do, one step we don't. But really, the cards are talking to me all about sacrifice. And I think some cooler heads will prevail, and they'll try to talk Trump into, he wants to walk away from this. It's Pete Hegseth wants to move forward in this, and others that are just maniacs. But the overall energy is these two sacrifice cards here. Two of the same. A lot of the same cards came up, and I think we will have to back away. So I hope you like the reading, everyone. Please give me a like, share my videos. It's a real upward battle I have with YouTube. So I appreciate you all for watching and being here with me. Thank you, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.